Hi friends, welcome back. So in the last session we have seen how a practical problem can be converted into a boolean expression, and further the boolean expression can be implemented using logical gates, and that way an electronic circuit can be built that can help us in our day to day lives and can make our lives simpler. Yeah, in the previous session we had seen that the simpler problems was easily solved, but the second case when we tried, we had a very bigger boolean expression, and if you try to implement as it is, then definitely it was bit complicated. And later we realized that if we can apply the boolean rules, then we can simplify the expression so that anything in common can be separated out, and while doing that we can eliminate variable one by one, and that way we can ensure to have a simpler boolean expression. And once the boolean expression is simplified, the implementation also becomes simplified, and hence it's always advisable to simplify the boolean expression before going to implementation. So there are basically three methods for simplifying. The first one is using the boolean rules as we did in our previous session. So apply these rules directly on the boolean expression, and then try to combine the terms so that a variable can be eliminated. But it's a bit complicated because the number of terms usually is in the range of 2 to the power n. If n is number of inputs we have, then there will be 2 to the power n possibilities, and out of these 2 to the power of n possibilities, some possibilities may give output high, and we need to select those possibilities and write the boolean expression as we did in our previous case. And then for every expression, for every term in the expression, we need a n input AND gate. If you want to implement as it is, you need n input AND gate, then for every term one AND gate. Therefore the all AND gate outputs have to be OR. That's what we had seen and looked very complicated. To simplify that, we tried to uh, merge terms so that one variable could be eliminated and so on. But while doing so, it is too tedious for working for a human in this textual form. But definitely a human is pretty uh, efficient in working when it is presented in the form of a picture. So the other option is work in pictorial sense. So when you work on pictorial sense, yes, definitely human is very efficient in working with pictures. So it is very well said that one picture is equivalent to 1,000 words. So instead of talking thousands of words, you can just present one picture, and human mind is very well capable of understanding the picture and understanding everything you want to convey there. So it's very well uh, recognized knowledge storage for a human. So definitely we would want to exploit this nature of human understanding, human working. So we want to work with a pictorial way, and in this case what comes to our aid is something called Karnaugh map, in commonly known as K map. So K map, we devised the K map is as a tabular form, and the cells of the table are so neatly arranged that the whatever we do in this first method can be very conveniently done pictorially, and that's the best way of working for humans. But yes, neither this way nor this way is for machines. Therefore machine need their own way of working. So the machine has a one thing that it can do only smaller activities, but yes, it doesn't get bored doing same activity any number of times, so you can keep asking it repeat same thing again. It never gets bored. So that one quality of a machine can be made use of, and we can work with something called a tabular method. So there we can create a tabular form of the problem, convert the problem into tabular form, and then devise a algorithm such that the tiny operations are performed each step, and these steps are repeated again and again and again till we get to the final solution. So that's a machine, what do you say, machine friendly way. This is human friendly way. This is where we define the things. So this method is very much useful. Kmap is a human friendly method of working, and tabular is machine friendly. And here we have something called Quinn Maxlinsky method. In short, it is called QM method. Yes, there are some observations. This can be used for very small problems. This can be used for medium sized problems, and this can be used for very large problems also. Yeah, anything can be used for small problems. This can be used for medium problem also, but this is useful only when you have a smaller problem where you can solve in a sheet of paper. If it is too big, then it won't be helpful for us. Then we need to go to second method, kmap, but this also has got its limitations. So up to four variables or at maximum five variables we can perceive on one sheet of paper. But if it is beyond five variables, it kmap is also not possible. Then only thing left is get to qm method. This method is universally good, whatever be the size of the problem. Yes, it is going to solve. The only thing is, we humans should not attempt solving this. Just to understand how this method works, we solve some problems, but in reality, after understanding the method, we need to write a algorithm so that the machine can take care of solving this. So when you have a very big problem to solve, instead of you solving this way or instead of you solving through pictorial way, best way is submit the problem to the machine and say give me the solution. It keeps doing on and on and on, and after some time it gets you solution back. So use that solution and continue to implement it. So these are the three ways to work with. So small problem can be taken up here, medium problem can be taken up by human version, but when it comes to very large problem, none of these two methods useful. So only you have to go for third method. How, what? So first method we have seen. Now let's get into the second method, that is KMAP method, a pictorial way of solving the problems. Then once we reach a problem where we can't proceed further, then let us shift our attention towards the third method, the tabular method, QM method. So let's jump into the pictorial way of solving these problems. So I hope you are very much eager to know what it is, how it is to be done. Yes, that's what is our topic for the next session. Till then, take care. See you. Bye.